And I'll start fresh right here. And we're rolling. That one's going. That one's going. And the Penn Point will start right now. Now, I don't know how good this will be because I'm using my iPhone instead of my Flip that's all tricked out with the fancy camera that Rev3 put on it. So we'll see how this works with a iPhone, and that'll tell us more later as we do this episode of Penn Point, which is brought to you by Gamefly. You got to know about this. This is from one of these nut websites. Let me see. It's called the Free Man, right there. Are cameras the new guns? This is from May 31st. There is now a law in place in Massachusetts. Where else is this? Massachusetts and Maryland, and I guess 12 states. There are 12 states altogether that are putting laws in place that say you cannot record police officers with your cameras. There's been so many things on, like, remember the bringing a gun to a snowball fight that went all over and was on Twitter and was done incidentally by really cool libertarians. I think there's some guys at Reason Magazine at the Hit and Run blog that did that. I'm not sure, but I think it was them. And all this stuff. The idea of surveillance, there's this great book by David Brin, who is a fabulous writer, wonderful guy, who wrote this book called The Transparent Society. And his point, actually, I shouldn't say his point, my point after reading the book, I always like to say that better than his point, because then if you fuck it up, at least it's my fault. I don't blame him. But David Brin wrote this fabulous book called Transparent Society, which you should read. And the idea is not that we should stop the police from having cameras. The idea is we should not try to stop there being cameras all over the place. And in Vegas, they're on a lot of the intersections. And I guess, we're going over to England, they're going to be everywhere. But the idea is that you should let everybody have access to all of those cameras. So if you've got those parking surveillance cameras, all those cameras that are shown in the fabulous movie by Adam Rifkin called Look. And if you haven't seen Look by Adam Rifkin, don't even talk about surveillance or think about surveillance till you've seen this fabulous movie. But there's this fabulous movie called Look about surveillance. And if there's going to be surveillance cameras, then any public surveillance camera, anything put by the police, should be public to everyone so that everyone can see every camera. Because if everyone can see every camera, then the police cannot abuse it. They cannot move the camera and show private scenes we shouldn't be seeing because they don't know who's watching them watching. And certainly if the police are in a public place and they're on our dime and we're paying them, we should be able to videotape them. Videotape. I say videotape because I'm a very, very old man. We should be able to video them so that they will their answer to us. I mean, because a video record is really good. They're putting video cameras in police cars. I guess almost all of them have them now. And we should be able to run video on anybody. And this is a really important thing to fight, these laws that are saying you can't video policemen, because they are working for us. We should be able to have video on them. And if you're not getting in their way and you're not stopping the arrest, and this whole idea that both parties have to consent, that's just not true. If you're shooting like in Boston Commons or some public place and you're not doing it for distribution, or it's not part of a movie, you can run your camera and shoot things anywhere you want. So you should be able to do this and fight against this. But read The Transparent Society, because the idea that I got from David Brin was if we have all these cameras up, we all have access to them, then they can't be used. They can't be used improperly. And as I often try to say, always look for the solution that's more freedom. Instead of trying to stop people from putting cameras up, just give more freedom for more people to see those. And if cameras are running all over, and they're running all over, and they're running all the time, then you have a transparent society, and everybody can see them. You could watch your friends walk home. You could watch them drive home on different cameras, and then if something bad is going on, you can report it back. Crime is way down. Let's keep crime down, and the way to keep crime down is for us all to be watching all of everything. You have privacy in your home. If you're out in public, you might be on video. And go to Netflix and get the movie Look by Adam Rifkin. It really deals with surveillance. And also read the book, David, I'm giving you assignments. I'm not giving you homework. Who the fuck am I? I'm just saying, if you happen to want to know more about surveillance, the book Transparent Society by David Brin is great. And the movie Look by Adam Rifkin is great. And I'm madly in love with Adam Rifkin, and I'm hoping to do a movie with him. This episode of Penn Point is brought to you by GameFly. GameFly is real easy to understand. It's just Netflix for games. I don't play games much. If I did this the way I would do it. GameFly is the largest online video game rental service and offers you a choice from over 7,000 new and classic titles across all consoles and handhelds, with plans starting at $15.95 a month. Cheap. GameFly members can rent 1 to 4 games at a time and keep them for as long as they like. 1 to 4 games at a time. Just keep them as long as you like. I just said the same thing twice, acting like I was more conversational in my own words. I said the exact same thing. Okay, once you're done playing a game, send it back and GameFly will send you the next available game on your list. It's Netflix for games. If you really like the game you're playing, simply click Keep It on the GameFly website and the game is yours at a discounted price. GameFly will even mail you the case and manuals free of charge. It's nice to get the manual, but really, you need all those online. That's why the rental thing works so well. Penn Point fans get a 15-day free trial when they go to gamefly.com Penn. There it is right there with my thumbprint. You can see my thumbprint that shows. Go to gamefly.com/Penn for Penn Point and get 15 days free. This is Penn Point. I'm here in my little studio, in my little home at the Slammer. Penn Jillette. Freedom of speech must be absolute. Fight the fucking power. We've got to be one nation under a motherfucking groove, as George Clinton said.